Hello guys, welcome to Daddy Share Space and welcome to my channel. So today I'm coming to you with another unboxing, and what I have here before you, I have the Festool MB40 set, and it is a drilling guide. So I was in the market for wanting one of these. I was looking at Woodpecker's two options. They have the auto line, and then they have one, I think it's the auto angle, something like that. Those come in at just over, I think it's $309 to start. And then the higher end one is dang near 700 bucks, 699 bucks. So I had been eyeing those for a while. And then Festool announced this particular product, which just came out on September 18th. I picked it up on the 19th. So let's go ahead and move forward with the unboxing, and I'll just kind of, add dialogue where I see necessary. So as you can see here, we have another Festool sustainer. Open it up, take a look at it here. This is what you have on the inside. You have your manual. You do have a warranty inclusive, I believe, somewhere, possibly. I'm not sure. I did open this before, but it does have a 3-year warranty. You need to register the tool in order to get that. Now, inside the kit, you do have the rail guide, which I have here. It fits on your rail. You can see there. You can slide it back and forth on your rail. So we have that. We have our edge guide, which you see here, and you just attach it at these two holes here. We'll just set that to the side. We have a 3mm pin. We also have a 5mm pin, and the number is scribed on the top there. We have the drilling guide itself, as you can see here. I'll set that to the side. And then on the bottom, we have this edge plate, which again, you'll attach the rods through these holes that you see here. And then finally, we have the two rods that you can see here, and they have screws on the end that you could pull out so you can attach it in different ways. And of course, right underneath that, you have your Allen key, which comes with the kit. So that's all that you get on the inside of this particular tool. Now, I happen to own a Ryobi drill press, benchtop drill press, and I was wondering if a tool like this would actually take the place of that, just simply because, as you can see, it's a smaller form factor than a typical drill press. And I wanted to see how one of these drilling solutions worked, or how they stand up against a regular drill press. Now, just taking a look at the device, what do I think about it? Now, I have tried it out a little bit, and so far I think it's pretty cool. Now, something that I'm not super happy about, or I'm not a big fan of, let me just put it like that, is how you have to take all of this apart and swap it around in order to do the side drilling. Not a big fan of that, because I'm not very good at keeping up with small parts and such. However, they do have some 3D printables to where you can leave this in this configuration and get those side drilling applications. You can watch Festool Live to see that. I don't have a 3D printer anymore, so not sure about that. But for right now, what I like about this thing is right here, you do have a gauge setting here. So if I push down and I zero out on my table, just like the routers, I can set this portion here on the side to however many millimeters I want to go into my stock. And this is, well, actually this is set up in inches, and it does have millimeters as well on here, so you could do either one. So if I was using, say, 18mm ply, and I wanted my screw to go down, let's say, or if I wanted to drill down, let's say 9mm, I would set this to 9mm on the side here, and then I would be able to get repeatable depth of drilling, which is pretty nice. You've got this spring here that's going to give you the ability to push the carriage back up when you're using the drilling solution. You've got a dust port on the back here. Again, the screws on the top, the screws in the dust port, all of that stuff comes off with the included hex key, so you definitely don't want to lose that. This is a CentralTech only solution, so you will need a Festool drill to utilize this. Now the benefit is it works with, you know, pretty much all the Festool drills as far as I know. So let me go ahead and grab one of the drills and let's attach it and see how it looks. All right, so right here I have, this is my Festool CSX 18 drill, and of course I have a CentralTech chuck here that goes on the tip. Now what I can do is I can take this CentralTech chuck and I can put it on here. However, I was messing with it earlier and I was having problems getting this on because it spins in there. Now, unfortunately, I got it on without having any problems in this particular time, but when I watched Festool Live, they basically said you might want to engage the drill if you're having problems attaching this. So as far as engaging the drill, I'll put it down on there. I want to seat the drill. That's another thing I was having a little bit of challenges with at first. I was trying to screw it on and it wasn't engaged down. So as you can see, once I take it off, you could set the drill like this and it won't go down. But if you find the proper location, as I go around here, you see it kind of seats into the drill. And then to lock it, I'm going to turn it counterclockwise, and to unlock it I'm going to turn it clockwise. That's looking down on top of the solution here. And so obviously I could push down and drill. Now take a look at that there. Now of course this is not 100% balanced. Now it is holding the drill up, and this is the C18 with the 4 amp hour battery, but I wouldn't recommend leaving it like this, but you can, as you can see. And you can, one of the benefits to this particular solution is you can turn the drill to different angles and tighten it down if you need to, which is very helpful as far as that. Now let's see if I have a drill bit to where I can test the whole zeroing out and setting the stop. Before I do that, let me just take this off. I just want to see something. I don't think this will work, but we will try it. So here I have my old CSX drill. You can see it there. And I want to see if this will work. I haven't used this in so long, I forgot how it works. So now this portion here, it does go down and it actuates and it does turn the drill bit. So in a pinch, you could do that. However, what I notice is it's not going to engage with the top of the section there. So the CSX, the original one, does not seem to fit on there properly. Here I have the Festool T18 +3 drill. Let's go ahead and put that on. It drop down, screw it in. As you can see, it's actually balancing there pretty well. That's good. So that's the T18. Next here I have the C18. And let's pop this 4-volt battery on there. Okay, so you can see that. Next, let's try, obviously if the C18 will work on there, the TSX18 will go on there without problems. And that's obviously going to give you a little bit lighter drill on there. We'll get a look at that there. Here we got the TPC 18. And as I see here, and this is all of the drills here with the 4 amp hour battery. So the way they built this, as you can see, and I kind of got it in an off angle here, if you can look at it. So that's pretty good, the way that they designed it to where in a pinch it can hold your drill up without tipping over. Now obviously if you bump the table or something, it's just going to fall off. Here I have the CSX12, and it goes on there as well. So that's pretty cool. That's one of the things I like about the Festool system, is that a lot of their tools, or most of their tools, kind of integrate very well within in their system, so you don't have to worry about things. As you can see, the interchangeable collet that I can put on any one of these drills. I do have some Jacobs chucks that came with these drills. They can all go on here, so you can use different types of drill bits. So that is a benefit there. Let's go ahead and get a drill bit for this. Here I have the Jacobs chuck, so I can put that on. And there you go. We're gonna go with the quick connect, which unfortunately I got it on there with no problems. Here I have one of the Festool drill bits. This is, it looks like it might be 3/8 of an, what's the size on it? 3/8 of an inch possibly. And then we'll pop that in like that. And so to zero this, turning it around this way, I'll push the carriage all the way down to the tabletop. So that's my 0 point. And then I want to lock it in there. Now that it's locked in, what I want to do to go down, let's say 9 millimeters into this thing, let's round it off and say 10. I will loosen this and I will go down to the 10 mark, which I'm looking at from behind, so I may not have it perfectly set. And then now, once I unscrew the top knob, that's going to give me the ability to go down past the top portion by 10. Actually, let's go ahead and just give it a shot. So I'm going to use the CSX12 for this particular application. I'm going to put the drill on in this fashion here. I got it to drop in. Now I'm locking it, turning it counterclockwise. Let me grab a piece of wood. And then I'll set this down on top and then go ahead and drill. So as you can see, I went down 10 mil in that piece of wood there, and then I can go over here if I want to do another hole to that exact depth. I get the same results all the way through the board here. So that's pretty cool. Now, if I wanted to use, let's say, the edge guide for this particular setup, so one of the things I want to do is take off these portions here. Okay, and then I will thread the screw through here, tighten it down, and then once I hold it, I can snug it up. And do that on the other side as well. And once I get that tight, now I have 2 thumb screws here, and I can stick this through. Looks like I can go through the front portion or the back, but let's just say I want to go through this side here. So I can register from this side, or I can turn it around like this, since I'm going to be on this side of the drill, and register from the back. So I can register from this portion of my work if I put it through this side. Then I would be going from this edge and drilling down into my work. But if I wanted to drill, you know, go the opposite direction, and maybe I'm registering from the top of my workpiece, I can go in this orientation and drill down. So that's how that works. This is not intended to be an extensive instructional. For me, it's just an unboxing. I just want to let you guys know, the people that watch my channel, I want to let you guys know that I do have this in the shop. You will see it in some of my videos going forward. I'm just going to be honest. I don't like to waste anything. I know people want to see unboxings of new tools, and so I'm happy to oblige in that. I can't get everything into one video because my time is limited. But again, this has just been the MB40, the Festool drilling guide, and I'll let you know how I like it in the future and let you know if I think it's good or if it's bad. I still am considering picking up the Woodpecker's version, not the one with that's similar to this, but the one that's a little bit more expensive, that has the ability to drill on an angle. I don't know if I'm going to get it, but I'm going to consider it. It just depends on how well this works for me, because it comes down to how often will I need that type of functionality in the shop. There have been plenty of times when I had to drill, whether it be into the side of something or into the middle of a board, and it didn't fit on the drill press, and I would have liked to have had a solution like this to be able to do that. So I'm happy to have this in the shop. I did use it to put on my my vacuum suction solution or vacuum clamping solution onto my MFT. I did that earlier today, so I got to try it out. That was the first time I tried it out, and it worked pretty well. So, and that was even without me switching it all around to do the side drilling. I did do the side drilling with that. Anyways, guys, I want to thank you for taking time to watch this video. I hope to update you more on this particular product in the future. Thanks, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care.